Alright. What's up, yins guys? Time for another video. I'm gonna do one of my videos on this particular person. I have another one on my list planned, but I saw a short, a YouTube short of this person. I forgot all about him. Their shit's hilarious. And this young woman here is, I think it says she's a former leftist. I think it's, in my own words, tired of everybody's shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, one thing about this person too, you know what? She, like the purple or blue hair, she kind of reminds me of, talking in parentheses here, people, the different, I don't want to insult the different people with blue, green hair or whatever, but on YouTube they're being pretty much a subject of cringe videos and stuff like that, where they're really woke and leftist and all that. And anyway, I'm looking at this woman's channel. I think she's tired of a lot of the other bullshit or whatever. Even she got something like blue hair or whatever. And I'm going to say she looks like, kind of like, I used to work in this warehouse. It was a glass factory. She looks like one of them, you know, and there was one's blue, green hair, you know, lip piercings. You know, a lot of them were young women, and there was dudes, a little bit of goth thing, and some dudes with different color hair. But then there was other people there too. And what I want to mention, that she reminds me of that in a good way, because I'm also giving the people with the blue and green and different colored hair some credit, that they're not all like that, you know, woke and crazy. The ones in the warehouse I speak of, they were really nice people, really cool people. Some younger people, you know, like there were some young girls that looked like her and looked similar to the different colored hair that they be showing TikTok videos that are woke, right? But believe it or not, I met some that were not like that, you know. That's what I want to say right now and all that. You know, a few goths and all that. And the area where I'm located, where this place used to be located, actually had a mixture of people. Those that I told you, and there was some people my age, and women and dudes, longer hair, gray hair, older women, you know, longer hair than me, thicker, and their natural gray hair. A lot of them were from West Virginia and Ohio, because actually the West Virginia and the Ohio border both are not too far from me. But then this area where I used to live, well, I got fired from that warehouse by some other assholes that, well, you know, I used to do my fitness videos, which I got pictures of them that were from that warehouse. Not to go on and on about myself anyway, I got fired from there by some idiots that were douchebag losers, assholes. I triggered somebody because, okay, picture, I don't know, some of you guys watching me, that you were maybe one of those people. There might have been some dudes and even girls, I figure. And then even the older ones, I mean, I used to show off a little bit because, you know, maybe have some of them, you know, in the older category, like going on my age, maybe they wanted to relive their gymnastics or cheerleading days or something. Some of them were friends of mine. They didn't give a shit what I did on my time before my shift started, and they didn't give a shit what they did on my lunch break. But they found a way. Some shit starters that were in other areas. You know how you got the shit starter clicks. Well, I actually did lectures too, in videos where other races, where you have friends in a warehouse that are black, that are your friends, and you have some other people that happen to be blacker. Mixture of black and the white people trying to be black. Some of them are good people, and both black and white, and then you get these other ones coming in, shit starters. So as far as the racism idea, you know what I mean, I was debunking those people's inflated, other people out there's inflated version of racism. But I'm not going on and on about that. That, you know, any reason I rambled about this is because this person and these nicer ones were, this woman on the YouTube, right, this young one reminds me of some of them, which had different colored hair or whatever, and they were nice people. They had piercings, and The only thing about me getting fired at warehouse, I'll tell up front if I have to say something good about them. They did have some diverse hiring practices where, yes, they did hire people with the different color blue hair. Some had piercings. There are a few goths. And these people, some of them were silly, and they didn't even act nowhere near like this shit you see on these TikTok videos. And this is what I'm trying to get at, why I think this YouTuber is actually cool. And if you got this far in this video, I was going to tell you like one of her short video stories really stands out because I got involved in charity and different things like that. And even before I got involved in charity, what struck my attention is the homeless girl that she was making fun of in a video, who was critiquing the food and being a douchebag, being a bitch. And this reminds me of a story. I actually did a long-winded comment about this in her channel, matter of fact. That I was going to do a video separately from this, and she reminded me of it, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you in this video anyway, the things that I care about the poor, whether you're black or white. I don't care what color hair you have, or what affectional preference you have, meaning if you're gay or straight, or even if you're somebody that dresses a certain way and identifies as another gender in some cases, that as long as you're not being an asshole to me, if you're not one of the people on TikTok, you know what I mean? I said everybody, no matter who you are, and even if I don't like you, you don't like me, I believe if you're poor, you deserve to get something from a place that has food help, right? You want to get something to eat, get a food box from a charity, even if you're somebody that doesn't like what I'm saying or whatever. In that scenario, so I don't think anybody should starve, even if they don't like me or because of who they, what I'm saying. But anyway, keeping that in mind, what I just said, what really pisses me off is I don't want it to turn into a long story, but she reminds me, and I told her this long-winded video, people who maybe need the food. There's another channel I'm not going to ramble on about that they call it begging choosers. There's a guy that talks about begging choosers or choosing beggars. And there's ones that this person's video reminded me of shit like that. I was going to do a video that kind of pisses me off to no end. Where, okay, you kind of need the stuff, right, even when you do. First of all, the ones that bitch about it, okay? If you need it, then you go in and you don't like what's in it, don't take it, or don't bitch about it, you know what I'm saying? But I lived in a building in a neighborhood that I used to live in, me and my partner used to live in. Okay, and this was, I'm going to take you in conversation toward what they did during the pandemic, okay? But even before the pandemic, I told people this is why people do this. Okay, and during the pandemic, they didn't have the food lines for anybody, older people. There were some people, especially a building where we were in, they were in the town. It wasn't that far away in the town, and they were bringing whole pallets right to the building and to give to everybody because of the pandemic. And I actually was, on a recreation porch, 4 stories up, matter of fact, where I used to do my videos, and I looked down, watching these pallets come in. But before a pandemic ever happened, people would go in the food lines, and they didn't want the boxes, they bitch. They take the boxes because they're entitled, they want it. They don't even really want it, but they want to take it because they're entitled, and they'll bitch that what the heck do they want in there to feed a whole bunch of people. You know what I mean? But and I used to do some of my old talk videos from the last couple of years. You'd see me over there where I'd be looking at you in the camera, but straight ahead from the camera, that area over there in the building where I lived, it was actually 4 stories up, but behind me there was a hill that goes down, for the other side if you want to leave the back way. But I'd be looking at you in this camera. I did some of my exercise videos in there. And I saw, anyway, looking straight down, they're bringing us in pallets. And plus they bring that shit in pallets when people go to the food bank place over there too, before the pandemic. And what they did even before, say, the pandemic, but the only reason I bring up the pandemic is I saw the pallets coming in that they brought right to the buildings because of, social distancing, okay? But people were doing this shit for way before. A lot of the people that would go, even before the pandemic, they were going to the food bank just to get this shit, right? They didn't really want it. Some of them didn't need it as bad as others, and bitch about it. And they would put it right in the lobby, right in our building. In a lobby, there would be a thing where people would throw away old furniture, throw the garbage. It was a garbage compactor. There was like a room, you put the garbage, and then the maintenance people would throw everything in a garbage compactor. So anyway, make a long story short, these food boxes were set kind of like in that room. First, they were kind of put over here in the lobby for certain other people that wanted it, can take it. They didn't want it. And they actually, some of them were jerks too. They want to pick and choose who they want to take it. And there were people that would rather see it go in the trash than anybody else have it. And if anybody, they leave it over here for other people to take it, and if it isn't their relatives that didn't want it, maintenance would move it right into this room that was the trash compactor was almost here, and you'd see it sitting by there when you come down the steps instead of the elevator, right? And people like me, and there was another black gentleman that would do this too. We would take the shit. It was a lot of shit. So the maintenance didn't throw it away, because maintenance start chucking. If nobody takes it, the maintenance would just take it over here and stack it up, and then later they'd throw it all down the trash compactor, right? So now I even had another black gentleman used to come to my door and says, hey, I got a couple of these. I know you send it to somebody. But then I had a black gentleman that was my friend, too. He'd do the same thing. Yeah, there was another building down there where some other black folk and some other white folk would be, could use some things that got kids. So anybody that took the shit to try to rehome it, the very people that dropped it off of there, they'd be spreading all kind of shit like, both black and white, the gossiping hands. Some of them were throwing the shit away. And if they don't like you, if they didn't like you, certain the gossips, right? And this ain't about race, because I said black gentleman, they talked about him too. How you get black and white, a bunch of gossiping heads. If they didn't like you, for whatever reason, black or white, they'll say all kind of damn shit and even make up shit. People didn't want the shit anyway. It was going to go in the garbage. It's like these. There we had an element, okay, that was a bunch of gossiping hens, and I'm not talking, like I said, I'm not talking about anybody because they're black or anything. They were both, mixture of both black or white. You had a clique that was mostly black too, but yet, like I said, you got friends that were black that did the same thing. They talked about them. And if you were any of them black watching or white, and you watched certain black YouTubers, some of them probably had the same shit going on, right? And I don't care what, we had people in a building, during the pandemic, they brought it right to the building, you know what I'm saying? But way before that, before there was a pandemic, like something like damn near 7 years before me and my partner were first dating, and then me and her were living together, they did this shit. They went to the food bank, you know what I'm saying? Get a box. And if any of the if you got this far in this video, this is what I should have said first. Any of you guys that either like me or somewhat like me or think I'm amusing that I did the cooking shows, right? If you got this far in this video, I'd get some of these bricks of cheese. I keep some of it, and I'd be making my weird mac and cheese, and I did some stuff. There was canned beans, there was peanut butter, this and that, spaghetti, okay? I wasn't going to eat all that all the time. That was a lot, I rehomed some of it, I didn't give a shit who you are, But, that's where I got a little bit of that shit, I kept a little bit of things, and cans of mackerel, tuna, and salmon and that, right, and some spaghetti, and there was, But anyway, there were some people that would leave the boxes there, take what they want out of it, which one or two things, leave the rest, okay. But then nobody else took any of it. The maintenance would be ready to throw it in trash, and me, and there'd be one dude, it's a black gentleman, we take it. And he, You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to be repetitive here. I am what kind of, like I said, what pissed me off to no end, and you guys, you probably knew people like that, taking the damn shit. It's like a pretty good amount of people. Some people use it, and some people some people were better off not taking a whole box. If all they're going to take is a can or something, just take that. Really, because somebody else could use that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and this would be almost material for that other dude that I look at in his channel. I imagine if you did in your search begging choosers or whatever, he does a thing, you're an asshole for this or that, you know, and different people blog and everything from people selling or giving away stuff, and they want either want something cheaper or they want you to deliver right to, you know, shit like that. This is up the alley, and maybe from YouTubers that look at that channel. That one dude, what the hell's his name? R slash. R and slash, that's his name if you got this far. But anyway, yeah, when I hear begging choosers or choosing beggars, I think of that the YouTuber R slash. But anyway, this if you got this far. Most of this video with the content she does, I can talk about it, and she makes fun of like the dude, you know, it's pretending to have a period that's trans. I like when she said, "Oh, dude," it's basically she's saying, "Dude, you can't have a period. You identify as a girl. You're not having no period. You have indigestion or some damn shit." I think it's hilarious, you know, because evidently she's some former leftist, and then she gained some wisdom, so to speak, and like many people on the left, I think they start out as being on the left, and the far left starts getting too crazy, and they're like, "Man, I'm out of here." Well, there's crazy people on the far left that are so far right that they, like I said, they don't even like me. If you got hair like me, or you're a YouTuber like also has longer hair but less bald, you know, the YouTuber Sticks Hexenhammer or 666. I say, you know, there's people that are really far right that don't like me or him. They don't care. Yeah, but I'm not going on about that. But I think I wanted to critique her channel just because it was convenient to rant about something that reminded me of something I wanted to do a video rant about anyway. You know what I mean? And I'm going to stop before I get repetitive, but I'll say once again, not to be repetitive. If you're hungry, just like this woman says, you don't go to somewhere and eat a meal and go and like that video. But if you don't want something, don't eat it. Or if you don't want something that's in a free food box, and you're supposed to be, people don't. That's what I hate about the far left. They think the more they get, the more they want. I'm for the poor. I can't stand the far left or the far right. I'd be an off-split of the left the far left would be trying to stone me. There's an aspect of the left, I care about the poor. I don't care who you are. But the side that no matter or what they get, they don't fucking appreciate it. They want more. And even though the far right can be real assholes, right? But no wonder they act the way they do. They see people that, like the begging choosers, and what they get, they don't even damn appreciate it. You don't want a food box, don't take it. You know what I mean? And don't go leaving it somewhere to go to the trash and bitch about the person that rescues it from the trash to try to give to somebody else. But anyway, that was just like a element that I had in the town that I lived. That's what people did. But yeah, I'm going to end that right here, you know. But